Hi there, this is Lisa Irving. I'm a clinical psychologist based in East Perth in Western Australia. And I've developed a new application aimed at psychologists who report a lot, well, create a lot of reports actually, named Virtuosa AI. So I'll just cut to it. Okay. So the idea is that we write a lot of reports. Not every psychologist, but about a third of us write lots and lots of reports. And it tends to take up a lot of the time for which we would probably like to be seeing our clients, which is why we got into psychology in the first place. Or maybe having a cup of tea or taking my therapy dogs for a walk. So the report writing application is all about saving time, decreasing the cognitive load for psychologists, and basically keeping psychologists in the psychology field because apparently a lot of people leave due to burnout. So the idea of Virtuosa is it's not a scribing tool. There are lots of scribes that do report writing, but they're very limited and simple kinds of reports in comparison to what Virtuosa can do. So everything that is needed for a psychologist is included in Virtuosa in that, we've got privacy and the governance that's needed. Okay, so 46,000 psychologists in Australia. Apparently 1/3 of those write complex reports. I've spoken to people who even avoid doing reports because they just don't like the complexity and the cognitive load. So we might even get more people writing reports so that there's more access for the clients and less burnout for the psychologists. So we're also thinking about expanding into other areas where it could apply to allied health. And in my area of work, which is workers' compensation, I see a lot of people with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I do think that there's a lot of improvement that could be had for insurers, employers, and also injury management consultants, where some of the templates that I've created for them particularly haven't yet been tested, but I would like to test them and see if I can actually make a positive difference to how injured workers are treated within the workers' compensation system. Now, in terms of what we're doing at the moment, it's mostly to do with individual psychologists or group practices. And then we're hoping to increase that to enterprise tiers, which could be different organisations, could even include government organisations, but at this stage, the government has a few blocks to including AI in their services. I'm hearing that that's going to change with a few tenders coming up. For example, one of them would be the Education Department, which is actually the largest employer in WA of psychologists. So that would be great to be helping them so that they can help more students. Apparently, at the moment, the ratio is something like one school psychologist per 900 students. So imagine that. Okay, so some other things that we're going to be doing in the near future is help so the psychologists can create their own templates. At the moment, we've got 26 templates. We have a lot of other ideas so that those templates are going to just be increasing, but sometimes the psychologists want it very specifically to how they do the reports themselves. There's ideas of having a supervisor part within the system that can also guide people on how they're writing or any particular problems that they might pick up, giving them tips and things. And then the other thing is that we want to be able to integrate it with some of the other SaaS systems that people are currently using at the moment. People need to upload the documents that they're using for the report themselves. So I hope that you are intrigued about Virtuoso AI and what she can do for psychologists and the mental health space in WA. Thank you. Thanks for listening.